A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he goes out right around the 39.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they doubled it and get 10 here. 49-yard line. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Alvin Kamara, Charles, a guy from your alma mater there in Knoxville, and he has developed into a perennial Pro Bowler on the strength of big plays like we just saw there.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive, going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have hard-working abilities, and we just saw it there.
Hello?
The line of scrimmage created a
Hi, Daniel.
That's kind of a bonus.
Yeah, may I ask who's calling?
Yeah, this is Brandon Oshel. I'm the Customer Relations Manager here for the American Dream Team at Supreme Lending. We did the mortgage on your new home.
Yes, sir.
And I'm calling because I was reviewing the survey that you did at closing, and it looks like you may have had the worst experience of your life.
Absolutely.
That you wrote, and I wanted to, first, I'm sorry to hear that. That never our intention, so I wanted to see if maybe you could provide me a little feedback that we could use in updating the way we do things, and hopefully not, leaving somebody with the same experience next time.
I mean, honestly, it was more of they waited till the last minute, they procrastinated. I didn't hear from Danny for weeks at a time. What's it called? They just didn't seem prepared. Like, every time I would reach out to Danny, like the day of closing, I was supposed to close at 11 o'clock in the morning, and instead, we wound up closing at 5 o'clock that night, and I had to call Danny in order to find out that I was closing later than what I was supposed to. The other guy, Gerard, didn't answer his phone the day I was supposed to close, which is funny to me. I'm like, it's our day of closing and you're not answering your phone. Danny failed to mention that my girlfriend couldn't get on the deed whenever I told him directly I wanted her on the deed. It's just a horrible experience. I feel like I got lied to. I felt like the dude didn't pay attention to my case. I feel like I wasn't important. I felt like that it was more of, okay, you're going to go with us? All right, great. And then that was it. And no other, like there was nothing else. And the day that we were supposed to close, there was no feedback. There was no communication. He was nowhere to be found. I had to call him 5 times just to figure out what was going on. Just to figure out what was going on the day of my closing. Like, it's my closing day, and I had to find out what was going on. And it was just stressful. I would never go with at least him again. Never again. Gerard was okay, but I feel like the day we're supposed to close, they're asking me for all this paperwork the day before. The day before, they're asking me for like pay stubs and stuff like that. And I'm like, you should have been there and asked me for that. Like that's stuff that should have been there. You should have been there and got.
Are these things that you had, like the pay stubs and stuff, are those things that you had provided before that they hadn't asked, or
No, I provided them before, but I provided them before, but it's like, okay, why are you asking for it the day before? Like, it's like a day.
I know that there have been some like changes recently where they need like to verify those things again, but again, we can, definitely should make time or make you aware that, hey, we're going to need your most recent ones available. We can still be ahead of the curve, and we should definitely be trying to answer our phone. So I appreciate you bringing all this to my attention. Other than your terrible experience with miscommunication and all of that, are you enjoying your new home?
Yeah, I'm enjoying the home, absolutely.
Right. Well, I'm gonna send you a gift card. I know that it, doesn't really make up for the experience you had, but hopefully you can at least enjoy dinner on us. To leave a better taste in your mouth at the end. So I'm gonna send that out to you this week, just as an apology for the experience that you had. That should not happen, and I want you to know that we will learn from it.
Thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, it's the least we can do. And Danny isn't our only loan officer, so if you ever need anything again, if you decide to refinance down the road, I hope that you would just at least give us the opportunity to try and do you right.
Okay.
But I hope you have a great afternoon, and if you ever need anything, this is my direct line. Feel free to reach out to me.
Perfect. Thank you very much again.
You're welcome. You have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, block. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, Kamara. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Lock. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The target that time, Michael Thomas. That'll bring up 2nd down. They fake the handoff, now Lock. Sliding out of the pocket. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown. Adam Troutman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
And that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And his throw here is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Kamara, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. .150 left to go in the 2nd quarter. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now second down.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
First down, Bill.
From the gun, Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught at the 25.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have broken the tie. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 20.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing again on second down. Lock. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first and 10, here's Lock. They'll set up the screen down to Kamara. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Again, they'll throw with Lock. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Now a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
At the 20-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Lock. Throw left side, complete to Troutman. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Second and 3.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lock. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Adam Troutman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The intended target there was Gabriel Davis. And it's second down.
10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. A final shot before half for Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Here's second and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun, Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brings up third down.
Allen from the gun on third down. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Demario Davis there on the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They go right back to Singletary. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Decided to hit it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Allen. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. On first down, Allen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Bills.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Singletary again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bills have broken the tie. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This carries into the end zone, and we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Everybody looking for a different skill. I'm gonna tell you right now, nigga, I ain't tripping. I'm on the hand, dog. Then everybody looking around trying to feed it in, but I'm what you trying to say? Hold on, motherfucker, what you trying to say? Okay.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, it's Locke. Harris has it over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. To return is McKenzie. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They still need about the length of the football, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Allen going to give it to Moss, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field, but if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He hits Beasley right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They run here with Singletary, and this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the Saints' 11-yard line.
From the gun, Allen. Flush to his right. And he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can
touchdown,
do it.
bro.
It's not that big of a deal to me.
And they caught him in the end zone.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary, and he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Bills will extend their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Saints 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
What are you doing, dude?
On 1st down, Locke. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Good shit.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust. Need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play
Fuck. I did not mean to do that.
Dagger plays plays downfield, I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Locke working out of the gun. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
43-yard line.
Clock now to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From midfield, here's Locke. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Locke. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On 3rd down, Locke. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Block again here on 2nd and 10. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Trying to pound it in, Kamara. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play leads to 2nd and goal at the Bills' 4-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Locke. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
That's crazy.
I like the way you said happy.
Pass interference. Oh, no, pass interference. Might have been a necessary roughness.
You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now they'll run. Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are back within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, it should build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, you
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And Singletary has it stripped. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
Come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Singletary to get the drive started. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll keep it on the ground. Singletary. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
At the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for Buffalo, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Saints, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been